So, what I thought I would do with this kind of 10 minutes or so is try and explain as clearly as possible what it is I've been up to for the past two and a half years. So I'm really interested in this stuff, and a big part of my research is attempting to map that space and capture the psychology of that space. I've produced a number of projects with an alternative context in mind. I'll try and describe two of the best examples in the short time that I have.
The first was a project I curated where I invited 4 professional artists, all academically trained with contemporary art practice, to show at a well-known amateur art showing event. The amateur art group rent the railings from the council 3 times during the summer months, allocating a 6-foot by 12-foot section of railing to each of the exhibitors at a cost of €25 for the weekend. At the amateur event, the artwork is hung crudely, some may say, on the actual railings. The artwork is tightly hung, with little spatial allowance. It's outdoors, and there are preparations made for bad weather, but in general there's a relaxed attitude towards the risk of damage. The artwork is priced overtly, not discreetly like the typical white cube space. Cash and money exchanges are visible and spoken about openly. The artist sits vigilantly beside their work throughout its showing and is avidly willing to discuss their work with people in person. The work is exposed to a wide cross-section of people.
I made a request to observe the selection process of the oldest and largest open submission of artworks in the country. It occurs in an artistic establishment, and my guise as a type of ethnographer throughout the observation was an unprecedented arrangement. Coincidentally, this selection of artwork occurs to the right of where we are in Newman House today. It is one of the last professional and prestigious events where the apparatus is not required. All that's required is a name, an address, a fee, and details of the work. These are then submitted along with specifically unwrapped items of artwork. This then goes through a large administrative process. The selection is governed by a panel of artists who have gained recognition throughout their careers and who are part of a group with prominent historical academic titles that they assign to one another. The selection process is over 200 years old and is rooted in artistic history, both nationally and internationally. Submission of the work takes place over a week annually, and the organisation takes in close to 3,000 artworks, predominantly paintings. To be selected, the artwork needs to rely on the voting system. A vote is called. This needs to have consensus of the panel, with an overwhelming majority needed in favour of the work. The works are then accepted, unaccepted, or placed in a possible category.